This used to be a river serving the various needs of the people of Bolu community in Ogubolo local government area of River State. Today, it is no longer a river, neither can it be called an open field, and so it's just there fallow, and we see the boats that used to be used for fishing have been abandoned. Now, this is one of the reasons why the people of Niger Delta are asking for more government presence and government attention. And that's going to be our focus on this episode of Big Story. I'm Ini Thompson. In an area measuring about 70,000 kilometers square surrounding Nigeria's portion of Niger River lies a petroleum-rich region categorized into Bayelsa, Delta, and River states. In year 2000, however, the scope was expanded to include 6 other states: Abia, Akwa-Ibom, Cross River, Edo, Imo, and Ondo. A total of 9 states recognized as the oil-producing states of Nigeria and termed the Niger Delta Region, although Lagos State may soon be included in the list of oil-producing states with the federal government's recognition of 4 oil wells. Over the years, this region has been responsible for the oil production, which has been placed at about 2.2 barrels per day capacity and makes the country Africa's largest and the world's 6th largest oil producer. Unfortunately, this potential is hardly realized, as record from the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries shows that the highest production Nigeria has reached has been 2.48 million barrels per day in November 2005, and the lowest remains 675,000 barrels per day in February 1983, while in more recent times, production for May 2016 was placed at 1.69 million barrels of daily production, representing a 12% decrease from the production of April 2016. The factors at the root of the country's inability to produce maximally include oil theft, an activity which, according to the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), cost the country a loss of over 5 billion naira in 1 month. The other major factor attributed to this inadequacy has been pipeline vandalism. The June 2016 report of the NNPC shows that for the month, the country experienced over 260 vandalized points, making a total of over 3,000 points between July 2015 and June 2016. A major consequence of the breakage is a deficit of almost 27 billion naira for the month of June 2016. The responsibility for this loss has been laid at the doorstep of indigenes of the Niger Delta region.
We are the breadwinners for Nigeria, but we are not carried along in many of our activities. More importantly, the federal government presence is here, but all their projects, all the things that generate money for federal government is within our domain, but nothing to show for that in terms of developmental aspects of things, developmental projects, in terms of employment of the youths, in terms of contract awarding, everything we are backward, very, very backward. So those are the things that makes the youth to agitate for.
The agitation has been carried out by members of various groups who have been termed militant, although the accused individuals refer to it as the struggle for a region which they perceive as being cheated out of its natural gifts. Comrade Ateketom is one individual who knows the story only too well. He says his journey into the struggle started with fighting criminals in the region.
They used to steal in Okreka here. Woman cannot pass, they will rape you, they will do different kind of things in those days. So that's why I decided to fight them. I don't know what even came into my mind to fight them. And when I fight them, I succeed. From there, the police and me start to work and council, local government, then give the boys that are following me ID card like that. So by the time they know, we calm down the town. I did like this till now get into the struggle about the Niger Delta matter. And from there, amnesty came up.
There's also another voice in Asari Dokubo.
The people of Niger Delta are saying, you cannot use our money for 95%. We, the 7% that you say you will not develop us, that you will not come with arrogance, say, that our own, we will keep it. Go and get for your 95% and develop them.
The various groups which have over time been connected to this struggle include Movement for Emancipation of Niger Delta Men, Daroma militants in Bayelsa State, and the most frequent in the news in recent times, the Avengers. The group has been very active since the announcement of its existence in March 2016. Timeline of its activities, many of which the group has publicly claimed responsibility of, include blowing up of several gas and oil pipeline and other facilities in the region.
This is the movement for the emancipation.
Their demands include, but is not limited to, the implementation of the 2014 National Conference Report. Ownership of oil blocks must reflect 60% for the oil-producing people. The Nigerian Maritime University must start the 2015-2016 academic session. The Niger Delta Amnesty Program must be well-funded, among other requests, which is common among indigenes.
When the new president comes in, all you have to know, who are these peacemakers? They are all in children. Before he took his decision, we called them, just like what Yaradua do. He called my children, they are all their children. How are we going to pilot the affairs of this nation? I know they have given you amnesty in this nation. The Amnesty International, they are aware. It does not just giving them amnesty, the late president. The Amnesty International is aware that they have given amnesty. What can we do to maintain the status of this nation, to maintain the status of this nation and integrity of this nation? We all have to join hands together to make this nation great. So my children, what can we do? Because the president is a father now, but he did not call them. All what we're here on the hair that is taking decision, so time amnesty is going to stop. Look at the poverty of our people. Look at the refinery. Look at the gas we are preserving. Look at our communities. The pollution everywhere. The poverty everywhere. People die every day. Are you trying to tell me out of this 87 settlement I have in the Okrika territorial waterways as a Torokongo one, do you know that there is no health? If somebody who is not a minister, if somebody who is not a governor and planning to give us a health to build a school in the Torokongo community between the Obotoro, Kekentoro, and other area.
They say their frustration stems from daily living in the midst of environmental pollution and the consequences which has affected all aspects of their lives. One of such is in the Kerikana community in Okrika, local government area of River State, where there's a free flow of stench water, one of the outflows for the refineries operating in the community.
When we are in school, precisely 1971, when I was in class 1 in Okrika Grammar School, we have been coming to this place to fetch water, to wash our clothes, and the whole place is very sandy, bright color, white color. But since the second refinery came up, that was about 1976, 77, up to this period, the whole place was bastardized. When they started the second refinery, they made a new gutter to the community. The old gutter was a bit good, but this second gutter that they put into the community destroyed all the things that we have in our aquatic life, and we cannot even inhale good air. Things were very serious with us here, and the whole of our community, if you look at it, the gutter divided the community into two, and all the waste products in the NNPC refinery, PHRC refinery, passes through this community.
They say when there is increased refinery activities, they bear the brunt.
Back in, I think, on the 11th of this month, down to 12-13, people living around here, all of them ran to the mainland, island of Okrika, to survive. Because of the order, it cut across, not just within this area. If NNPC released all this hazardous water, it cut across a far distance down to Kochiri, inside mainland and all other places, in polluting the air. And you can just imagine how hazardous this water it is to the people.